Hello folks, hi, this is Greg. Pretty much I wanted to show you something that I got new in the mail. Well, this is not new, this is my old knife. This is my knife that I have with me. And pretty much it's like, this knife my sister gave to me. My little sister gave to me, and this is my Swiss Army knife. I've had this thing for many years, and you can see it's a lot of wear and tear. It's been with me a lot of times, and since it's various car accidents and things like this, has been a really good, this has saved me out of a lot of trouble. It has many things to it, you know, and this is not what I'm going to put on sale, but put for display. But just wanted to show you the many things that this thing has. This is my, it's from Sharper Image. It says right here. It has the Sharper Image logo on it. Sharper Image. And so pretty much what happens is that, you know, with the Sharper Image, it's like it's a really cool different things it has, and so it could list the different things. But before we go into that, I just want to go ahead and just kind of show you how cool it is. It's all contained, and no pieces are going to bruise me unless, of course, maybe this opens up every so often and kind of maybe clamps me. But I got this new thing in the mail here, and this thing here is called Many Functions Cutter, the Century Star Pursue Outstanding. I guess it's like pretty much like a Chinese type thing that came in the mail, and pretty much we saw it online and we said this looks pretty cool because what it does is all different functions to it. So when I first took it out of the box, the first time I looked at it, I'll read you a list of things it can do. I'm going to take it here and show you what it looks like here. I'm going to rest it right here on the table. And I'm going to move my camera just a little bit further so you can see a little bit better, and so the light doesn't cascade right there. I put it like there. So what happened, it says that what it can do, it has incise the glass. It says incise the wall, ground, the brick, ceramic tiles, circle machine. It says a diamond bit. Let's see, hook knife, engraving knife, the knife of cutting glass, plexiglass, wallpaper knife, can cut to mold the plastics, can make holes in the ceramic tile. 11, a knife of whetting scissors, a saw knife, a knife grinder. Let's see, I guess it's supposed to be a level. But anyway, a tape measure, inside box, a tool to open bottle, screwdriver. Let's see, 18 center positioner, can cut plywood. I guess cut plywood. A tool can strike glass broken. So let me show you what it can do. These different things here are pretty interesting. It's not as nice and quaint as my nice one that I have here, where it pretty much is all contained and you know everything that I have it can do. But it can do a series of things. First and foremost, let's start off with the, let's see if we can go to the list, or we can just kind of just feel our way through it. Let's go away, feel our way through it. This here, at first I didn't figure out what it was. I was like, what is this? And I look and I see that there's actually like a little thing to cut plexiglass. So it's like a little diamond, click right here. It's a little diamond saw, a little blade here to cut glass, and the edge of this. Then you have on this part here, I was like, what is this? I guess this must be the screwdriver part, but it's also really sharp, so I brought some things on here. Then we have, here's a place where you can sharpen your knives, so I'm going to show you that. This here is measuring tape. Pretty cool. This here you can actually, this here is a, you have the knife that holds, this is like a, box cutter knife. You have these type of knives here. You got like a can opener right here. You have a saw right here. You have, next one is like a wallpaper cutter right here. Wallpaper cutter. So it's really sharp, but it looks kind of like flimsy, you know, in terms of like the thickness of the metal. Like for example, the thickness of my metal on my knife is about here. See, these here in terms of thickness. This is how thick this is my saw. This is the thickness on my screwdrivers and stuff on this one. You can see it. I'll show you just in case we didn't see it. The thickness is much thinner here than it is on this one. And here's also my blade. The blade for the cutting blade. It's much thicker in terms of, you know, compared to the two. But this can sharpen. These parts can also come out. This here can come out completely, and this here can also come out completely. And it makes it a little easier to carry. But this is something you don't want to put in your pocket. So I think I'm gonna have to do some instant on this, just to make it a little bit better, more feasible to carry around. And this here, this box cutter thing, it's great and everything, but you know, it's just the fact that this box cutter is a box cutter, that's not so cool. So yeah, also a level. There's a level right here. You can just check out the level, which mine doesn't have, and a knife sharpener. So we have a knife sharpener here. This knife sharpener right here. This another thing here. I'm not too sure what this does, but it's a piece of metal also. But I think this is a knife sharpener and sharpens my knife. which my knife is in need of sharpening. And then the angle it sharpens in is a pretty cool angle, just right there. So overall, I look at this and I say, well, this is a pretty cool machine, and it looks very very dangerous, but I'm going to do some cutting with it and see how that works out there. Alright, let's do some cutting with this thing. I got some cardboard right here. A little bit of red cardboard, but it might be a little too big. Let's use a smaller piece of cardboard. Here's cardboard from our strawberry rhubarb simply organic box of ice cream. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up real quick. Like this. And we're going to see if we can do some cut tests on it. Let's use it's a little bit less bright when you have it like this. So I'm going to set it like so. Give me a second, let me just set things up. Here's another part that's interesting that I didn't pay attention to before. Here's got some numbers. You got 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I guess it's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And so these could be areas where when you move this thing, because this thing can come out and move, you can actually circle it up, so you can actually put this in here and have this to cut in a certain angle. And I guess it's like its angle goes like this. Now I'm not 100% sure how this works, but there you have this. You can put this here, and you can cut in a circle. It also it's supposed to have a tile cutter on this thing too. So I'm gonna put it right here above this, right there. And it's not really cutting anything, but it looks like it is. Now I don't know if you can use it this way, but I doubt it. No, this is okay. Well, that's what it is. Here I'm gonna use my other knife. I'm just use something. I'm gonna square this here, and I'm gonna use my trusty dusty. I have that there. This is pretty much how it slices there. You know, I have some really sharp knives, so let me just show you my other knives. Hold on. This knife is one of my sharp knives. It's actually one of my Cutco knives. I think it's one of the paring knife. I used to sell this. It's actually one that actually it cut me right here. You see it's a bruise on my hand. One time I had it inside of a box and it actually got me right in my wrist. And it bled out. It was really bad. But anyway, this is my Cutco knife. And this knife is like razor sharp. And it cuts so nicely. It's like you just have to, it's like using a blade. And so this is one of those knives that cut upward, downward. So this is like the litmus test. This is the knife that can cut really sharp. This one here is the one I just got. So we have a box cutter. And so box cutter, I'll take this out of here because it's not so cool to hold this with the little pokes in it. So let's take this out for a second, and then just the box cutter and the box cutter. Yes. Yeah, this is really good in terms of a box cutter because it's a fresh box cutter. Nice, clean, fresh line, as you can see, and fresh cutting very, very nicely. Woohoo! Cuts better and sharper than my thing, so I might actually have to sharpen this a little bit. Ooh, nope, not as good. Oh, I guess my knife has gone a little dull. Kind of tear. This one here. I'll cut this. Ooh, very, very sharp. Very sharp. Very sharp indeed. Yep. Very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. Very, very sharp. Very sharp indeed. Yep. It's going to help a lot when you're doing more peppercorn stuff. Yep, so this one has a pretty good value to it. Alright, this one here is not as sharp as that, so I had to spend some time sharpening my knife. This knife is not as sharp as it used to be. And this one here has lost its sharpness, but this is the one that's actually got me and cut me before, so it's like, you know, it's like, see, it's not as sharp anymore. But the way that this holds into your hand is very nice, very ergonomic. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. There's a couple things that this thing can do. This is my knife. These are some of the new parts to it. This is my new knife that I just got. I'm going to put some things on it to kind of cover up some of the loose ends so that if I carry this in my pocket, it's not going to stab me any. And also for the to hold for these as well too. So this doesn't stab me either when I'm trying to walk around with it. You know, then I should walk around with it. Probably won't. But for the most part, though, it's like one of those things where keeps you from stabbing yourself. Alrighty, so thank you so much. Ooh, does it go there? No, it doesn't. But here's a tape measure. You can measure the distance. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.